Masquera say Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel Zim Conversations and Deep Secrets. Kana karike kutanka kukuya panino channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kana uchungwa gara subscribe. Don't forget to comment and share this video. That's what Zimbabwe takigai ya Buritswa na ZANU-PF provincial chairperson for Midlands by Edson Chiengere Ababuda. Vachitaura iwo vachiri the former Citizens Coalition for Change leader Nelson Chamisa is preparing to launch a new party. Vachitaura iwo vachiti the ruling party is ready to destroy that new party irikuda kufomwa na Nelson Chamisa. Ababuda vachiadresa ZANU-PF supporters pa Charandura Business Center kuchirumanzu apo 50 CCC supporters arikunzi they have defected to the ruling party. Ndo so vakabuda vachiparedwa during this address vachinzi vainge vabva ku CCC in order to join the ZANU-PF. Vakabuda vachitaura ivo vachiti the ruling party make sure kuti distractor the Chamisa's new party. Yakabuditswa the Newsday vachitaura ivo vachiti they know kuti Chamisa ada kuregister a new party since they also know that there is no longer any CCC. They know that this party is disintegrated since they are only waiting for the day which are announced for the new party yona Chamisa and yokwababowanika vachidestroya party iyoyi. Vakabuda vachiuploada madefectors aya nekujoina kwavakaita bato rezANU-PF vachitaura ivo vachiti president Emmerson Mnangagwa vakafara nechiitiko ichochi zvisinei vakapa warning kumadefectors aya chinzi anyone ari kujoina ZANU-PF nechinangwa chekuda kugreba positions hanzi they should be warned. Understand kuti the people vakatanga kujoina bato rezANU-PF ivo vasati vapinda. Tusungana Nelson Chamisa vakabuda vachiadresa mavillages apo paitwa memorial service yeanko wavo kumasvingo vachamunorwa last month. Vachitaura ivo vachiti the time yekuti vatungamiriri nyika hanzi it was ripe Zimbabwe. Vachamisa vakakuita bato reCCC vachiclaima kuti ranga rainfiltratwa nemaagents ZANU-PF. So this story yabuditswa neNewsday vachitaura ivo vachiti ZANU-PF provincial chairperson for Midlands Edson Chiengere has said that former Citizens Coalition for Change leader Nelson Chamisa is preparing to launch a new political party, adding that the ruling party was ready to destroy it again. Addressing ZANU-PF supporters at Charandura Business Center in Chirumanzu, where 50 alleged CC supporters said to have defected to the ruling party were paraded recently, Chienge said CCC had disintegrated. He said the ruling party would ensure the destruction of Chamisa's new party. This party CCC wants to register another party. We know there is no longer any CCC because the party is disintegrated. We are waiting for the new party to come on board so that we destroy it again, Chirenge said. He applauded the defectors for joining the ZANU-PF, saying the party, including President Emmerson Mnangagwa, recognized their decision. He, however, warned the defectors against coming to ZANU-PF with ambitions to grab positions. Let me, however, say you are better being open in joining ZANU-PF than those who are already in the party yet. We do not know how they came to be ZANU-PF members. Chamisa, addressing scores of villages during his Uncle Chamunoro's memorial service in Mazungwa last month, said time was ripe for him to lead the country. He, however, said he was not ready to form a political party to challenge the ruling party. Chamisa quits the CCC, claiming the party had been infiltrated after self-styled Interim Secretary General Sengezo Shabangu went on a rampant call recalling legislators elected under the opposition party ticket. Nyaya buditswa Zimbabwe Newsday tingaziye kuti munoona sei nyaya iyi yetiudzeiza murufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi comment section.
We were very excited to see President Nelson Chamisa appearing in the inauguration processes of Botswana. It gave us hope that he is still interested in finishing the unfinished business of the politics of Zimbabwe. When he resigned from the previous organization, many people lost hope. But when we saw him, it ignited that passion again. Because when we're looking at President Chamisa, we see change, we see transformation, we see development, we see stability in young people, we see jobs creation in young people, we see infrastructure development in young people. When we look at his policies, recently has been talking about giving people title deeds to land. We see the abolishing of what we saw in the last few days in Harare, where people's infrastructure was destroyed on the basis of not having enough paperwork or title deeds to those areas that they developed their infrastructure. So when we see Advocate Nelson Chamisa, we see order, we see peace, we see development, we see transformation, and above all, we see a God-fearing leadership. Because if we saw also in Botswana, the newly elected president is God-fearing. Africa needs healing, and we believe that Advocate Nelson Chamisa is just the right peg in the right square. So we are very, very happy that Zimbabwe is going to be in that path again, where young people will have to stand up again and support this gentleman so that our lives as a country, as a people, goes back to normal.
VeZANU-PF, if you want us to resolve nyika ino tinotarisa kuti matambudziko riri munyika nderei. Totangira papi?
Ipapo.
Totarira kuti vanhu vari kushupika, totangira chii?
Ipapo.
Tonzwanana kuti vape sevanhu vamwe chete, ndopatinotangira papi?
Ipapo.
Shoko muchandere rinotangira papi? So patiri kudzokera, ngatidzokerei tichironga. Chatiri kuronga ike zvino chamupupuri chiri kukoka zvine simba. Toda kugadzira shamu chiranga mapenzi. Takambotanga paya tikavapanzwisa vakati kana vapukuta maelection, that's why mtona havapori kungodayo.
All of us who believe that our country must have changed and believe that Advocate Nelson Chamisa, by all means possible, holds the mandate from ordinary people. The expression that we see across, we have had the privilege to travel across the country, conversing and conversing with ordinary people. It is without doubt that President Chamisa holds the social contract and trust with ordinary people. And what some of us as lieutenants and those who believe in democracy and crusaders of liberty in our country believe that President Chamisa must be at a certain moment in time, must come back into the political arena. He abandoned the Triple C because it was no longer, and is no longer the vehicle to take us forward. And therefore, as he is retooling and answering the questions of how, answering the questions of what, answering the questions of when, some of us must continue holding the democratic flag higher. Because at a certain material time, we must all usher in a democratic breakthrough. What are we doing? We are organizing Zimbabweans for change. We must organize across the length and breadth of our country. We must also begin to organize solidarity of Zimbabweans in the diaspora, with millions of Zimbabweans in South Africa. The bigger question is, how do Zimbabweans in South Africa, in Botswana, in the United Kingdom, in America, who are there because they are economic and political refugees, none of them chose to go to South Africa. We know, we are aware of how our people are mistreated in foreign lands. We know that our people are facing challenges as political and economic refugees. But the question is, how do we convince Zimbabweans across who are diasporas to contribute, taking lessons from the diaspora's role in Nigeria, taking lessons of the role of citizens in the diaspora in Uganda? How do you organize citizens in the diaspora so that they effectively contribute and help Zimbabweans on the ground to ensure that there's democracy, to ensure that there's freedom, to ensure that come the rightful time we usher in democracy in our country?